Hello, welcome to Joan's Sewing Room. How are you all today? Well, here I am in my sewing room, and look what I have. It's the a butterfly log cabin quilt, and it's all ready to go onto the quilting frame. But there's one more thing I need to do, and this is to put on the leaders. I need to sew these to the top of the quilt. Once I get this sewed on, then it's off to the quilting frame to be quilted. So there's lots of lessons here to learn about a lot of different things. And one thing I've learned, and I should have known, is to when you buy your batting for your quilt, make sure it's big enough, because I had bought a batting probably a year ago for this quilt, and come to find out when I went to lay it out on onto the batting to sandwich it, it was a queen. Well, this is a queen, but you need to have at least a king, because you need extra batting. Now this is a little wide, but you need extra batting to go all the way around, because when you quilt, it cinches things together. So that's one thing. So I had it all ready to go. I laid it out. Ugh, the batting was too small, so I reordered to get a new one. And another one, the batting I did get, I think I'm going to have to flip it over, because one side is cotton, and it's cotton, and it feels like it's just coming off, and the other side is finished. So what I'm thinking I should do is flip it over, because I noticed it says good for hand quilting. Now, I've heard different stories about battings. One says that you only buy batting for machine quilting, and others, people have said, oh, you can use it any batting. So sometimes it's the price. If I can find a king size batting for a very reasonable price, I'll go for it, but not realizing when I get it, this is better for hand quilting. So in this case, I'm going to take all the pins out. I've pinned the whole thing on our king size bed, and I'm going to flip this batting over so it's the finished side underneath the top. And the reason is because when I go to sewing, I don't want this fluff or whatever, the cotton, to dislodge from my sewing and create lumps. Yeah. And so there's always lessons, there's always things to learn when it comes to quilting, especially for me. So, and then when I'm done, then I will sew my leaders on. And my leaders, again, are for the quilting frame. And that way I can, when I'm sewing, I can use my leaders, and I can also get to the top of my quilt and be able to quilt with the big Grace Little Rebel machine, so I can sew along the top. So also what I wanted to bring up is that I am going to take about 2 weeks off for the holidays, and then when I come back, then I will start quilting this quilt. I have a lot of things that Christmas gifts I'd like to make and get them ready for Christmas. And of course, all the Christmas cookie baking and the pies and, like all that I have to do in about a week. So I decided to set this aside and do it after the holidays when my mind is fresh and I don't have all this sitting on my shoulders. I want to have a clear mind when I go to quilt this. So, um, and there again, quilting it. I was talking to a friend of mine, this is a quilter and a sewer, and she said, since the quilt is so busy, she thought I should just do something very simple. And I agreed. Because I'm not like some of you who are experts at doing beautiful quilting designs, or you have a machine that does the beautiful quilting design, and I, being the newbie, I'm an old lady, but I'm still a newbie on quilting, I am just going to do a simple one. And it will be just probably like I'm thinking you go in, you make a circle, and you come out. And that will hold down everything, and then I move on to the next square. That's where I'm coming from at this point. I also wanted to mention that I checked out the sample that I was using on the frame and the new Rebel, and looking at underneath, I noticed that the tension was all off. So there again, that's why it's good to have a sample before you start something big like this. I need to get my tension straightened out so it looks beautiful on the top and beautiful on the bottom. So there again is one more step I need to do before I start this beautiful quilt. So I just wanted to get to it with you, share these thoughts, these ideas, what my plans are for the next 2 weeks, and when I come back, I should be working on this beautiful quilt. So please forgive me, but have a great and happy Christmas and New Year's, and I will see you in the new year. If you like my videos, you like my channel, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, share with your friends. I would really appreciate that. Right now I'm at 345 subscribers. Feeling pretty good. I remember I was talking to my friend, remembering back when I just had one. So it's pretty cool. I'm loving it. All right, bye-bye. I'm really loving this quilt. I love the colors. I hope you love it as much.